The smooth filling with those spices is just heaven. It's honestly so delicious. So smooth, it's so creamy. Smells so good. It's got a real rich, nice, delicious, and interesting flavor to it. Came together so quickly. You don't even have to make the base yourself if you don't want to. There are no excuses. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're with Nicole, and if you're new here, I share lots of delicious home-style recipes as well as baking tips and tricks. And today we're going to be making an absolute classic. We are going to be making pumpkin pie, actually cheat pumpkin pie, because this one is super easy. Don't go anywhere, you're gonna wanna make this recipe. So let's get to it. Now it is coming up to Thanksgiving in America and Canada, and when I lived overseas in Canada, they used to have this all the time, and it was a bit of like one of those traditional things. In Australia, definitely less traditional. Not too many people have pumpkin pie, but if you are on the fence and wondering whether or not to give it a go, I think you should. It's definitely a little bit different, but it tastes almost like a unique kind of custard-like filling, and then you've got that beautiful pie base as well. As you can see here, we have very few ingredients, so let's get this show on the road. Let me show you what you are gonna need, and I can take you through a couple of substitutes along the way. Here we have some evaporated milk. This is some brown sugar and some raw sugar mixed together. I've got some pumpkin puree here. Now I have made my own this morning, but you can also buy store-bought pumpkin puree. It's just not very easily available in Australia. This here is some ground allspice. I've got an egg and some maple syrup. Over here is our pie base, and this is going to be a cheat pumpkin pie because we are using a store-bought pie base today. Now you can make your own pie base at home, which is absolutely an option if you have the time. I know a lot of you are short on time and are looking for faster solutions, faster options, so definitely getting a pie base or a pie crust that you know and trust and like is definitely the way to go if you are short on time. And if you are looking to make your own, I have a video up on my channel, step by step, how to make your own pie base. And I'll leave that up here for you and in the description box as well. Same for all of the ingredients and quantities, I will leave all of them in the description box for you. If you are gonna do a store-bought pie crust and living in Australia, I recommend this one. It's Pampas Sweet Flan Pie Case. I've used it a number of times before. I like this one, my mum likes this one. It's just kind of like a fail-proof and delicious pie base. Now to serve this beautiful pie, you can add a few things to the top. So some options for you are whipped cream, dollop cream, you can add some caramel sauce, sprinkle it with some cinnamon. So there's lots of options for you. Get creative. I haven't included them here, but I will use a few of those when I serve later. Preheat your oven, get it going. I want it on 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's get that oven warm. Literally what we're gonna do is combine all of these ingredients, get them in a bowl, and then put them in the pie. So grab a mixing bowl, grab a whisk, and get all those ingredients in. This is our allspice. Pumpkins in, sugar's in, allspice is in, egg in, and last but not least, oh no, I've got a couple more. Maple syrup and our evaporated milk. Okay, let's give it a whisk. And I'm just whisking this, probably won't even be a minute. It's just until all of those ingredients are nice, evenly dispersed, and the texture is quite smooth. Looks good. Guys, that is literally it. How easy was that? You can literally make this in just a few minutes. It all comes together, particularly if you've already got your pumpkin puree ready to go and your pie base ready to go. So now we're just gonna add this to the pie base and get it in the oven. Okay, I'm just getting rid of the little air bubbles where I can. Just going over them, trying to pop those air bubbles because I want it to look nice and smooth. That is very OCD of me, but what can you do? Okay, I'm really excited to get this into the oven. It smells really good already. So as I said, it smells like a custard, but with some spice and a bit of pumpkin. So you're kind of like, what is this? But it's delicious. Yep. I'm ready to eat this. Well, not quite. Soon. So we're gonna get this in the oven. We're gonna bake it for about 25, 30 minutes, see how it's going. And at halfway, so after 15 minutes, we're going to check, rotate it. We wanna take it out when it's just a little bit jiggly in the center. Okay, now I am just going to put this on a baking tray with some parchment paper or baking paper, just because it's easier to maneuver. All right, into the oven we go. Okay, I have a reading or a positive quote for you today. The one I'm doing is themed around Thanksgiving, of course, because we're doing a pumpkin pie. So I found this one for you and I really like it. So it says, "The thankful heart opens our eyes to a multitude of blessings that continually surround us." That is a quote by James E. Frost. I really like that quote because sometimes it's easy to just do the day-to-day and forget about what we're actually grateful for or what blessings that we have in our life. So yeah, take your time today, not just today, but every day if you can, to find something to be grateful for. Something that I am grateful for is my YouTube channel and all of my subscribers being here. So thank you so much. And now it's back to baking. Oh, it smells so good. Look at this. Oh, so glossy. Okay, I'm really, really excited. Oh, smells heavenly. Okay, so this was in the oven for 30 minutes on the dot. I went and checked it. I actually thought I would have maybe needed to add a bit more, but I didn't. I did the jiggle test, so it has set, and it's slightly jiggly in the center, very slightly, which is what we want. So that is great, and our pie is nicely golden and toasted, looking fabulous. So now we do have to wait. We're gonna let it cool down. We're gonna let it chill out for a bit, and then we can decorate it and eat it. Okay guys, let's finish this pie off and get it into our bellies because my twins are ready to eat this. So what I did was I let it cool 15 minutes in the pie shell on the tray, and then I put it in the refrigerator for about half an hour so it's nice and cool now, and we can add our other bits and pieces if we want. And I'm going to go with some cream. I've got dollop cream here. You can use whipped cream, whatever cream you like. I'm just going to put a little bit around the sides and then do a sprinkle of some cinnamon. You could also do nutmeg or any of those really festive spices. They're all going to be delicious. Let's get this ready to eat. Okay, so I want it to look nice and rustic. I'm just gonna add some little swirly bits in here, and then we'll add some cinnamon. So with my spatula, I'm just pressing down very gently and then lifting it up to get a tiny soft peak. I also am using my very own design here, my cake spade and my cake spatula. These are on my website, available for sale if you do want one of those. Check them out. I'll leave them in the description box below for you as well. And last but not least, we're just going to do a little sprinkle of some cinnamon just to finish it off. It's looking beautiful. And I'm just going to finish this off now with a few pecans in the middle. And pecans are super festive, especially around Thanksgiving time of year. I've also got a recipe for pecan pie, which is super, super delicious. Another favorite. If you are looking for something like that, check out that recipe as well. So you can rock up to your Thanksgiving with a pecan pie in one hand and a pumpkin pie in the other, and you'll be the life of the party. Time to do it. All right, I'm gonna have to try and cut around these pecans. Nice and gooey. All right, I just cut myself a big slice, eating for 3. Won't be able to get away with saying that too much longer. Oop, here we go. So creamy. All right, looks good. Get this first bite down. Smells so good. straight in for the second one. I'm gonna need another bit just before I describe it to you. Yum. It's so smooth, it's so creamy. It's got a real rich, nice, delicious, and interesting flavor to it. The pumpkin is not that noticeable. I know it sounds weird because like we put pumpkin in it and it's pumpkin pie, but honestly, it's really delicious and it's really well balanced with, you got the beautiful pie crust that's nice and buttery, flaky and crumbly, just kind of falls apart, and then the smooth filling with those spices is just heaven. It's honestly so delicious. So if you were thinking about making pumpkin pie this year, there are no excuses. This is a cheap pumpkin pie. As you can see, came together so quickly. You don't even have to make the base yourself if you don't want to. There are no excuses. Thanks so much for being here today. If there are any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make sure you let me know in the comments below. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.